Hey there, guys. Yeah, I'm filming my stereo system here, and today's topic, guys, it's about why do we spend more money and why we want the good stereos. To be honest with you guys, you can hear and listen the different sounds from these two different stereos, from vintage amplifier and hi-fi tube amplifier. Why do we spend more money for stereos? My theory, guys, when you reach to the point of your mind, when you listen to vintage, you want to try a better or a different sounds from other stereos out there, which the tubes amplifier. When you've been using your stereos, for example, your vintage stereos for a long time, you kind of get tired of it because you always using your stereos, and you get to that point that maybe I should try the hi-fi tube amplifier, or maybe I want to upgrade now, or I want to experience, or I want to change, something new. And you get to the point that you want to level up. Okay, that's the word. You want to level up. So people in general, guys, sometimes we don't get uh, satisfied, or the contentment of our lifestyle is just not always there from the old lifestyle. You wanted to level up, you wanted to try, you wanted to educate, you wanted to learn more, you wanted to know more. So people wants to level up, for example, from a regular car to a high-end car, BMW, Mercedes, to Range Rover, to Aston Martin. So people are keep leveling up and wanted to go higher. So that is why we spend more money. The thing with the vintage stereos, um, even though they are from the 70s, they sound amazing. I've been using a lot of vintage receivers, amplifiers, and they do sound amazing. When you get the good stuff, when you get the the silver plate, the vintage, the brand, the quality sounds of vintage made in Japan, it's amazing. And I always buy vintage made in Japan, just like my Technics. Okay, these are both Technics from turntable to amplifier. Okay, and then I've been using a lot of vintage stuff, stereos, and one day, you know, I said to myself, I want to try hi-fi tube amplifier, which I did, and they sound amazing. Okay, the clarity, the cleanliness of the sounds, the beauty, and the uniqueness of this tubes amplifier, and it just you know amazed me. So from vintage to, I would say, tubes, I'm really impressed, and I have no regrets, none whatsoever, about buying tubes amplifier. For some people, guys, they they are content with just receiver or amplifier, using it for a very long time. And for some people, they just don't want to spend more money. But for others, they love to spend more, and they want to have good stereos. In Japan, guys, you will see a lot of people own a lot of tubes amplifier. And to be honest with you guys, tubes are not cheap. Okay, there are less than 1,000. They are more than 1,000. They are more than a couple of thousands. Tubes are expensive, guys. Bulbs, they are expensive. Some of the bulbs, guys, could cost, especially the bigger one, could cost almost $300. You'll be lucky if you get for less than 200. For a small one, they could cost $80. So it depends what kind of size you have. And people has tubes, guys, they know that it's expensive. It's not, less than 100. So this tubes that I have here, this it's about $500. And for other people, guys, $500, it's already high. It's already high price. So like I said, guys, some people, it doesn't matter how much it is. People will buy it. People will get it. They will go for it, because sometimes money is not, the problem. So people has money, and people will buy it. And people wants to have the good stereos. The sound quality, guys, of vintage and tubes, I would say there's difference. Okay, Vintage, guys, it's good. It has that amazing sounds, okay? And it has the beauty, the looks, okay? The tubes amplifier, guys, has a different sounds, the clarity, the cleanliness, the fine sounds coming from this tubes. It's, I would say there's a difference, okay? I've been listening to the tubes now for a while, and the sound quality is just different. Um, they are, you know, both of the stereos. They have a different, you know, um, sounds. I'm not saying that they are not, you know, good. This amplifier and tubes, they are both good, but I noticed that the tubes has more cleanliness when it comes to the sounds, and the clarity of the sounds is just different. If you watch my previous videos, you will hear the sounds of the tubes, because I filmed, and I filmed just the sounds, no talking. It's all about the sounds, and you can, listen and distinguish what what is tubes and what is the sounds um, quality from this hi-fi tube amplifier. So vintage, guys, the sound quality, it's good. I've been using different brands of amplifiers. I do have different brands of receivers, and they have a nice sounds. Okay, um, I would say the comparison between these two, um, they're not far from each other. Okay, the sound quality from the receiver amplifier, um, they sound amazing, and it depends how many watts, how many um, power can vintage receiver or amplifier can throw to your speakers. And depends to your speakers. How big is your speakers? How heavy is your speakers? How thick is your speakers? I'm talking about the box of the speakers. When you look at the side of the speakers, if it's thick enough, it's wide enough, it's heavy, that is a good speakers. Like my Sansuis, I do have SP 2000 from Sansui, and I have the SP 1500 speakers from Sansui, and they sound amazing. So it depends what kind of speakers are you using. If you're using a bookshelf, depends if it's thick enough, big enough, good enough, and that vintage will deliver a good sounds to your speakers. So everything, guys, you have to have good, you know, stuff, good stereos. You cannot have just good receiver or amplifier and your speakers is just garbage or just a regular speakers. You can't just use that. So if you're gonna use a good stereo system, you have to have a good speakers. So everything will, you know, will work good, will work perfectly. So my setup here, guys, I'm really satisfied and I'm really content because from my turntable player to my amplifier, my speakers, my tubes, I'm really satisfied of my stereo system here. It's because they are good. The sound quality is good. The sounds is just satisfying my expectations, and I'm really happy. So setting up stereos, guys, you have to make sure that you get the good stuff so your stereo system will deliver good quality sounds to your speakers. And even though you can't just get it in one time, you take your time, educate yourself, go watch it in YouTube from other people. They have different videos about their stereo system, so you get an idea and you get the good stereos, little by little, and you can assemble your stereo system from turntable to amplifier or receiver and then to your speakers. So if you don't want to spend a big cash one time, you can start from piece by piece until you get everything. um like I said, guys, the topic for today is why we spend more money, because the satisfaction that we want in our lives, it's not enough sometimes. The contentment, it doesn't stop there. So you level up and you want to have a good stereos. um, the stereos, guys, it's an investment, okay? um, because stereos, you're gonna use the stereos for a long time. Some people, guys, even when they're retired, when they don't work anymore, they gotta have stereos because some people are music lovers, guys, and they love records, vinyl records. So you have to have a good stereos because this is part of your life. So like me, I started from the bottom. I started from a crappy stereos or receivers, uh, speakers. I started from small and cheap stereos, which is my mistake because I wasted, not a lot of money, but few bucks, and I regret buying those cheap ones first. But that's how I started. Sometimes you have to start from somewhere before you reach to the, you know, to the good, to the good level. So until I keep buying and buying and upgrading and upgrading, and until I have this stuff here, and I level up until start buying Sansui, yeah, which is right there. I start buying Sansui receiver, and then I level up to Marantz, and then Lafayette. Okay, so the Lafayette guys, right up there. I have Lafayette up there, so you can see that is Lafayette right there with the BM meters. Okay, and then later I upgrade to Luxman, you know. So I ended up buying this hi-fi tube amplifier. So we never stop from going to the higher level, because life is very challenging, and we want to prove to ourselves that we are better, and we get what we want. So that's how we spend more money. And but the thing here, guys, I don't spend big bucks like other people. They do pay thousands and thousands of money for stereo system. So that's the thing, guys, because I like to have good stuff, but I don't like to pay a lot of money. To me, money is still, important than stereos. You know, stereos are stereos, but this is my hobbies. But I don't like to keep spending money for this, because it's better to have money than to have material things, because when you need money for the rainy day, you have something to pull out. And stereos, it's just stereos. But for some fanatic people out there, they spend thousands and thousands of money. You can see them in YouTube, how their systems set up. Like, my God, thousands and thousands of money. So yeah, another video, and just topic for today about why we're spending more money for our stereo system. Yeah. So guys, I hope you like this simple video, and I hope you learned something. And my advice, guys, have stereos, but have money. Okay, you have to balance everything. You don't want to spend a lot of money for your stereo system, and then you don't have money for yourself. So you have to balance it. That's my advice, guys. And click the subscribers. Yeah, and I hope you like this video. So I'll see you again next time. For now, say bye bye.